Have you ever looked at your phone, seen a name flash across the screen, and just let it go to voicemail? What if that single decision changed everything? This isn't just a story about a missed call. It's about the silent echoes of regret that can haunt us, the invisible threads that connect us, and the fragile nature of time itself. We all get caught up, chasing deadlines, climbing ladders, convinced that the next big win is just around the corner. But what if the real prize, the most important connection, is ringing right in your pocket and you're just too busy to pick it up? Today, we're peeling back the layers of a choice that seemed small in the moment, but exploded into a lifetime of what-ifs. Our story begins in the muted glow of a downtown office, where artificial light battled the encroaching darkness outside. Amidst the hum of servers and the gentle click of a keyboard, a young man, let's call him Alex, was deep in the trenches of a late-night work session. His eyes, rimmed with the faint smudges of too many early mornings and late nights, were glued to the complex spreadsheets dancing across his screen. He was a rising star, the kind of person who inhaled ambition and exhaled success, or so he thought. The air was thick with the scent of stale coffee and the quiet pressure of expectation. His phone, a sleek, almost invisible extension of his hand, buzzed insistently on the polished surface of his desk. The screen, a stark white against the dim room, flared with a single urgent word, "Dad." Alex glanced at it, a flicker of something unreadable crossing his face, before his gaze snapped back to the glowing monitor, dismissing the interruption with a sigh, as if the world outside his digital empire was merely static. Miles away, in a home that smelled faintly of old books and freshly brewed tea, another scene was unfolding. The setting sun cast long, gentle shadows across a sparsely furnished living room, painting the walls in hues of orange and gold. An older gentleman, his hands gnarled with time but still steady, carefully punched numbers into an old rotary phone. This was Alex's father, a man whose life had been measured not in quarterly reports or stock market surges, but in quiet routines and steadfast love. He wore a cardigan, a familiar comfort against the evening chill, and his expression, as he listened to the ringtone, was a hopeful, almost wistful thing. Each ring was a whisper of connection, a bridge he was trying to build across the distance, across the busy schedules, across the generations. The phone continued to ring, a persistent melody in the quiet house, but no one picked up. After a moment, he slowly lowered the receiver, a soft click echoing in the stillness. Later, the father sat alone at his polished wooden dining table. The table, usually a vibrant hub of family gatherings and laughter, now felt vast and empty. A single untouched plate sat before him, the steam from a solitary meal dissipating into the cool air. The silence in the room was not peaceful. It was a heavy, palpable thing, amplified by the absence of voices, the absence of movement, the absence of his son. The warm glow of a lamp cast long shadows, making the solitude seem even deeper, like a silent film where every pause spoke volumes about what was missing. Back in the sleek, modern office, Alex was deep in the flow. He barely registered the phone's vibration anymore. Work, for him, wasn't just a job. It was his identity, his sanctuary, his everything. He saw the world through the lens of productivity, where every minute not spent advancing was a minute wasted. A pop-up notification appeared on his computer screen, a small blinking reminder of a missed call. Dad. He frowned slightly, a fleeting moment of irritation, before swiping it away with a quick, almost unconscious flick of his wrist. There was no time for distractions, no space for sentimentality. The market didn't wait. His career certainly wouldn't. He was forging his future brick by laborious brick, and anything that pulled him away from that monumental task was simply an inconvenience. Hours passed, The city outside his window transformed from a bustling metropolis to a twinkling tapestry of lights, then slowly began to hint at the first blush of dawn. On Alex's phone, an unspoken narrative was unfolding, a silent, urgent plea in the form of multiple notifications. The screen, whenever it flickered on, showcased a growing list of missed calls. Dad, 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 each one stacking on top of the last, like falling dominoes. Then came a text. "Call me, son. Just wanted to talk." Followed by another. "Are you okay? Just checking in." Then a different number appeared, an unknown one. Then another, a barrage of contacts trying to reach him. Each new notification sent a tiny, almost imperceptible shiver down Alex's spine. A growing sense of unease that he stubbornly pushed away, burying himself deeper into his work. But the screen kept flashing, relentless, a silent testament to a world he was actively ignoring. Finally, the insistent vibration became too much to ignore. It wasn't Dad this time, it was his aunt, her name glowing ominously on the screen. He answered, his voice groggy, annoyed. "Aunt Sarah, everything okay? I'm kind of in the middle of something." But the words caught in his throat as he listened. The only light in his now dark office came from the phone held tightly to his ear, casting his face in a stark, pale glow. His expression, once annoyed, dissolved into shock, then a profound, gut-wrenching realization. His jaw clenched, his eyes wide and unseeing, staring into the middle distance. The phone slipped from his grasp, clattering softly onto the desk. The silence that followed was deafening, a vacuum where his world had once been. He barely registered grabbing his keys, stumbling out of the office, the pristine order of his workspace now utterly meaningless. The city outside was aglow as he drove, the streetlights streaking past like tears, each flash illuminating a new wave of panic and regret. His hands gripped the steering wheel, knuckles white, his breath coming in ragged gasps. Every ignored call, every dismissed text, echoed in his mind, sharp and unforgiving. He pulled up to a familiar house, its porch light casting a lonely glow onto a quiet street. This was his childhood home, a place brimming with memories. But tonight, it was different. Cars lined the curb, and a knot of people stood on the front lawn, their faces streaked with tears, their voices hushed and broken. His aunt, her eyes swollen and red, spotted him first. She rushed forward, pulling him into a tight embrace, her sobs racking her body. Then his sister appeared, her face a mask of grief, her hand reaching out to him, a silent accusation in her touch. He pushed past them, the front door a gaping maw into a reality he couldn't grasp. The living room was crowded, but hushed. A photo of his father sat on the mantelpiece, surrounded by flowers, a single candle flickering beside it. Not the news, but the crushing weight of his choices. The silence wasn't just in the house, it was in him. A hollow space where a simple, loving connection should have been. The regret, a bitter, metallic taste filled his mouth, his throat, his very soul. He saw his father's face in his mind, heard the gentle ring of his phone, and knew, with a certainty that chilled him to the bone, that some calls, once ignored, can never be answered again. The world, his world, had shifted on its axis, and he was left standing in the wreckage, holding nothing but the ghosts of missed moments. What's the longest you've gone without calling a loved one? Go watch this next video to see how to reconnect before it's too late.